Folks, when I was a sophomore at Jack Case High School in Houston, Magnet School of Communications, we could not go into the studio in our television class in the first semester. We had to learn all of our terms. In the second semester, we were allowed in, and we walked in, the class was Mary Waits, who was influential in my life. All the students rushed to the set. I looked at Mary Waits and I said, where does a person sit who tells them what to do? She said, they sit over there in the control room. I said, I'll be in the control room. Let me be clear. Even there, I was the best student. I was voted the best student in my high school by the teachers there. I didn't want to be on air. I could do on air, but I also learned what was happening behind the camera. Why? Because I wanted the power. I wanted the power to be able to determine what our stories were. I didn't want somebody telling me what to say or do. I wanted to be the one telling what to do. That's why in my career, when I had an opportunity to intern at CBS News in Dallas, I turned it down to work at the Houston Defender under Sonseria Messiah Giles, because I wanted to be able to be in a place where I didn't just carry a tripod, where I was able to cover the stories. That's what also happened when I was in college, when I worked at KBTX TV, and Jeff Braun was the news director, and he made it clear when there was a weekend sports anchor job, and every person in the station said Roland Martin is the best person to hire for this job, and he made it clear he was not going to hire a black man. When his friend Alice Brown took me on a walk, and she said, Roland, he's not going to hire a black man, I eventually quit when I didn't get the job. And so he gave it to one of my classmates, and John Oakley was a great guy, but I was the best student at Texas A&M when I was there as well. And the point I'm making is this here. I then went on to run 3 black newspapers and the founding editor of BlackAmericaWeb.com and news editor for Savoy magazine. I'm saying all of that is because I've never believed that white media was more important than black media. I've never believed that that mattered more than anything else. I always believed that black folks deserve quality, deserve a talent. And see, when you have this whole philosophy that somehow if you work in black media, you can't cut it anywhere else. Here's the reality. I can cut it against anybody at CNN or MSNBC or ABC or CBS, but I chose to do this. Why? Because I believe you deserve a different type of news. I believe you deserve something different. Now, we've had folks who work on this show. We've got staff right now, and they'll tell you, I was a mean old cuss. They'll tell you, man, he was hard, he was difficult, he was challenging, he jumped on folks, didn't like mistakes. Do you know why? Because you deserve that kind of show. You didn't deserve to have mistakes in chyrons and mistakes in video and mistakes in the script. And so, yes, I was that particular tough because that's how they were tough on me when I was coming up. I also made sure that when it came to this show, it wasn't just about hosting the show. The only reason I'm hosting this show because I'm also the managing editor of this show. That is the final say-so in everything editorially, because we need to have somebody who has a clear vision, who wakes up black, who thinks black. I would often tell my staff, you got to wake up black. That doesn't mean that your black skin, but your thought, your consciousness has to be black in terms of how you see the world or how you see the news. That's why this show is different. That's why you saw black generals. That's why you saw black economists. That's why you saw civil rights attorneys. That's why you saw black millennials. That's why you saw black mothers and black fathers. That's why you saw African Americans in all other fields, because I was intentional with what I was doing. And there's some people sitting out there who told me over the years, brother, you need to be in the pulpit, you need to be preaching. No, folks, I need y'all to understand, I was in meditation years ago, and God said, Roland, I got enough people in pulpits. I got enough preachers in the world. I need you exactly where you are. All you got to do is read the Psalm where God says, I saw you in your mother's womb before you even got here. I think it's Psalm 139, if I'm correct. And so he said, I knew what was going to happen before you got here. There's people telling me even right now, why don't you run for political office? No, because this is what God has called for me to do. People have been trying to get me to run for office since I was 25 years old. They've said, we'll pick the office, we'll raise the money. All you got to do is say yes. And I told them no, because this is my destiny. This is what I am designed to do. Nobody has ever silenced my voice. Oh, I've lost jobs before. I've been fired before. Oh, when CNN ended my contract, all these people said, hey, man, your world is ending. I had some black folks who actually I was doing a deal with said, well, since your media profile is now lower, we're not doing any deal with you. I said, how am I getting a nationally syndicated radio show and a daily show, but you telling me my profile is lower? No, that's not how it works. It was Jonathan Rogers who said your voice is important, who said we're going to put you on TV One. This network will be 14 years old on MLK Day. I would have been here 13 of those years. Alfred Liggins said we're going to do a daily show in 2012. We launched in 2013. Why am I saying all of that? It is because this matters. It matters because it's you. So let me be real clear. This show is ending. Oh, I'm not. I'm telling you right now, you will hear my voice every single day in 2018. I will be using technology. I will be using social media. I will be using live streaming. We'll be doing all of that. We haven't decided what I'm doing next on TV One. My contract ends August 31st, 2018. We'll see what we decide, but let me be perfectly clear. I will always stand tall for black people. I will always fight for black people. I will always defend black people, and when black folks are wrong, I will always call them out because I believe in accountability. I am perfectly clear. I am walking in my destiny. I am walking in my space. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know who I am. I know whose I am. And the bottom line is this here, and let me say it right now to all the haters. If you think this is it, you got another thing coming. If you think I'm going to be quiet, you got another thing coming. If you think something's going to be different when it comes to the midterm elections, you're wrong. And let me tell you something right now to Donald Trump. You will see me in 2020 because I'm telling you right now, hashtag team whip that ass. We'll be there at every turn because I will not allow anybody to silence my voice. We've had a hell of a 4 years, but don't think, folks, that it is all over.